Elon Musk is now debating journalistic freedom of speech with the Saudi prince, who is one of the major shareholders as far as Twitter is concerned, rejecting Elon Musk's bid to take over Twitter. The prince has said that he doesn't believe that Elon Musk's proposal offer of 43 billion US dollars comes close to the intrinsic value of Twitter and its growth prospects. Elon Musk asked the prince how much his investing company in the kingdom owns and his views on journalistic freedom of speech. Now, this has many people reacting, whether it's the Wall Street columnist who has also put out a tweet saying this is what Max Boot has said: "I'm frightened by the impact on society and politics if Elon Musk acquires Twitter. He seems to believe that on social media, anything goes. For democracy to survive, we need more content moderation, not less." There's also Tulsi Gabbard reacting to Max Boot's Twitter tweet saying that perfectly illustrates the thinking of those in power. In order to save our democracy, we must destroy it. In order to protect freedom of speech, we must end it. Many people reacting all across that social media platform. To discuss this very issue, we have Pawan Dugal, cyber law expert, as well as Supreme Court advocate. Along with him, we have Amit Dubey, cyber law expert. Very good afternoon. Elon Musk has made this offer to buy Twitter at 43 billion US dollars. That's more than $54 per share. But Saudi prince is now rejecting that offer. However, Elon Musk is saying it's not about making money. It's very important there should be an inclusive arena for freedom of speech. Is this the way forward? Let me take this question first to Pawan Dugal.
Well, the way forward is a very, very complex and non-transparent way. There are various forces that are continuing to work. Now, what we are currently seeing is only the tip of the iceberg. A particular offer being given and it being rejected by one of the single largest stakeholders. But having said that, it's more about control. Well, on the face of it, Twitter would represent as the final frontier for free speech. But the fact remains is that Twitter's record on free speech has also been very, very shady at times. So consequently, there are different forces that are going to work. Clearly, freedom of speech and expression needs to be protected. And there are various stakeholders, including nation states, who may want some kind of regulation, moderation, or other kind of a control on free speech. And we have seen that Twitter has become often a catalyst for further dissemination of more important information in democratic setups, and also even triggering revolutions or societal changes at large. But for that to be potentially preserved, it's imperative that the control of Twitter-like platform needs to be not in governmental hands, but in private hands, so that the private enterprise can go ahead and protect free speech. What ultimately happens is a very, very gray zone, but I see a lot of stakeholders clinging on to their respective turf area and trying as far as possible to let the status quo retain and continue, rather than making any changes which will see a transformation of Twitter into a completely private entity with a complete preserve for electronic freedom of speech and expression.
Right. Elon Musk says the social media company needs to be taken private to become, a platform for free speech. Can Twitter become an arena for free speech? Let me take this to Amit Dubey. Is this possible?
I absolutely agree, first of all, with Mr. Dugal, because we should not allow government bodies to intervene or to participate in these businesses, especially those that are allowing the freedom of, those are protecting the freedom of speech. Twitter being the front runner on it, and then we have already seen the impact of Saudi prince during the last 2-3 years, when many of these people, those were voicing against him, were snubbed and then removed. So you cannot stop the voice of a person who was democratically elected to protect the democracy. See, you want to give voice to everyone. So that is the reason Elon Musk, when he was supporting a few of the decisions of Twitter earlier, went against also for other decisions. And this time he has openly said this because he wants to create a psychological impact on this deal. He has made it open, and these tweets are coming publicly by Saudi prince, says that he is not going to accept it even in future. This deal has come, now it has become public. So earlier all these discussions have already happened. They talked at length, And now when they thought like this is not going to be accepted, they are making it public. And now the only option that Elon Musk has, that he can give the same offer to other directors, or he can make it the same offer to the public. Those are the shareholders. So these are the things which he'll try, and he'll try to become the largest shareholders eventually. So I think
right,
his intention is clear. He wants to take it out from the government bodies, and yeah.
Right. Former U.S. President Donald Trump has been permanently banned from the platform. Donald Trump had raised questions regarding freedom of speech. So this had been done in the past. Given that Twitter's pivotal role in shaping the news, is it a platform of free speech? Is it a platform? And given the fact that they do have many restrictions in place, like you have mentioned, they have banned people, they've deleted tweets, they've given out warnings. While Elon Musk has said that he won't be deleting accounts, instead a timeout option is what he feels is better. Is that something that we can possibly have on Twitter, or should there be another platform instead?
I think to improve the value of Twitter, these kind of features will help us a lot, because you cannot just take all these opinions binary. Sometimes there is a gray areas as well, and you need to give some time to others to take a call on it. And I think that will help people to accept it more democratically. Right now, it becomes autocratic decisions by Twitter. They are not even listening the other side's story, and they are taking a call based on their laws. And which laws? It is US law, or their own policies. Those are created by themselves. So it is not in consensus with different government bodies or different democracies. So I think that is something which Elon Musk is trying to remove. He wants to create some flexible opportunity so that it can become a better platform for freedom of speech, rather than somebody will just start hating it because they are taking some decisions automatically.
Right. Elon Musk has made an offer of $43 billion US. According to the Saudi prince, this is an underestimation as far as the company is concerned, and also its future prospects. Is this an underestimated bid? Pawan Dugal?
Well, I don't think that this is an underestimated bid. At least for the first time, we've got something which is way above what the current price is. But if you are perceiving Twitter to be the golden horse, which is invaluable and whose value must keep on getting extended with each run of the stock exchange, I think there's always going to be a gap between what the offers are going to be and what the perceptions are going to be. A lot of people believe that the final frontier of potential of Twitter has not yet been fully exploited, and once that comes in, it's going to dominate others. Well, it's only a question of perception, and the fact remains is that Twitter has created a distinctive niche of its own self in its role as a change agent, and clearly is also standing for freedom of speech and expression. It doesn't have the best perfect record. It has a lot of arbitrary elements. Twitter has himself said that we have not been very, very successful in fully controlling trolling and other issues on Twitter. But having said that, you might have to take all the grays together rather than just looking in a world of blacks and whites. And I think in this ecosystem, Twitter still emerges as one of the more important, better alternatives as compared to other platforms. But we'll have to keep on seeing. I personally believe that its valuation will continue to keep on rising. And it's all a force of economic factors which will ultimately determine what will be the final selling price of the shares of Twitter.
Right. Thank you so much for joining us on NDTV this afternoon.